Ah! Well, hello, guys. It's me, Splittable Infinitive. I apologize for how late this episode is. I'm a bad LPer. At first it was because I was busy, and then it was because I was lazy, so I'm a horrible person. Anyway, let's get straight to the questions. Also, this series is not going to be much longer. I thought it was only going to be a couple. I thought it was going to be several videos, but it's actually not going to be very many more. So, let's get straight to it. Nelson, 255, all these numbers, asks, how did you meet Dario 8676? I met him through, Blue Bomber IMO. I was talking to him on Skype, and Blue was like, hey, I'm in a stream with a couple of my friends. You want to join? I'm like, I don't really know any of these people. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. So he just like threw me in there, and I just kind of started talking, and now we're all really good friends. And Dario was one of those people. So yeah, that's how we met, through a stream. It was Getsumara's stream specifically. He was streaming Rogue Galaxy, which by the way is a fantastic game. You guys should play it. Anyway, thank you for your question. Next one is Mages Rule 64. Um, if you could go back in time and change anything in your life, anything at all, what would it be and why? God, I didn't think about any of these questions beforehand either, so I'm gonna have to think real quick. Oh no 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 no. What would I change and why? Huh? Probably. Probably what I decided to major in college. I assume you were gonna be like, you wanted me to say something like, oh, back in the first grade when I accidentally flicked a booger at what? No, yeah, probably what I majored in college. I mean, it's interesting, but I didn't think about. I was just thinking about the classes I was gonna take. I wasn't thinking about careers later on. And now that I'm faced with that decision now, it's just like, okay, well, I can't really see myself doing anything in psychology. So I mean, yes, the topic is very interesting, but I'm not interested in working in that field. So yes, um that's the question. That was a question. Thank you for your question. Next one. Oh, and I apologize if I sound all weird or something, but I like just woke up like 10 minutes ago. So yeah. Next question. The Lizard 1987 asks, of your LP'd games, in which one would you like to live in, and what area? What characters would you live with? And what would you do for a living? Oh my gosh, that's insane. Um, God, okay, well, which games have I LP'd? Um, alright. Well, cause like all the worlds in every LP, they're all pretty much like facing the brink of disaster. Cause I was gonna say probably maybe Earthbound, but like there's all sorts of crazy crap going on in Earthbound. So I don't know. And definitely not Mother 3. That's like a hellhole. Um, hmm. Yeah, like I don't know. I guess it's just like a trope in video games for all the worlds to just kind of be living in a hellhole, and then just like have to wait for the protagonist to save them. So, I guess I have to look past that. Let's see. I God. Okay, I'm sorry. Right now, it's a tie between Earthbound and Chrono Trigger. Um, 1000 AD Chrono Trigger, by the way. Um, the time period where Chrono himself is from, because I don't know, I really like that. It's so peaceful and cute. You know what? I'm gonna go with Chrono Trigger and 1000 AD. Chrono Trigger, because yeah, it was 1000 AD that he was from, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that. Okay, in what area? Oh god, I can't remember the villages' names. I'm a horrible person. I can't remember the names of the villages. Well, I'd have to say the main village, or where the town fair was being held. Like I'd want to live right in the middle of the action. And that being said, I'd probably I don't know. Where would I work? Who would I live with? Where would I work? Um, I'd probably live with uh Luca and and her poor crippled mother. And to help raise monies for her mother's medication, I would go into town and be a street performer. Yep. Not just on the day of the festival, but every day, because every day people need a little bit of smiles in their lives and a little hat on the ground to put a little money in. There you go, street performer. Yep, I'm living the high life. Okay, that was a hard question. All right, thanks for your question. Shadow 1111 asks, are chicken legs really your favorite part of chicken? Yeah, actually, yeah, they are, because the white meat's too dry. Um, so I guess chicken thighs are good too, but whatever. Also, do you ever cheat on chicken legs with turkey legs? Dun dun dun. Literally, it says asterisk dramatic music, so I had to add that. No, turkey legs are too awkwardly like large and weird, and makes me feel far too medieval when I eat them. So nope, chicken legs all the way. Thanks for your question. Code Lyoko asks, after she states that she is a female, yes, asks, okay, if you could choose, which boss from Twilight Princess would you make better, either in design, attack, style, or all around enemy? Oh, okay, let me think. Alright. In, I just have to think of the bosses. In the first temple, you got, like, the twin Deku Babas. In Goron Mines, you have like the big molten like bear thing. Water Temple. What the hell's in the Water Temple? I don't really like the boss in the Water Temple. That one's annoying. That one might be it, but let me just kind of go through and figure out which ones are which. After that, we have Arbiter's Ground, and that boss is like the best friggin' boss ever. And uh, the mines, or not the mines. What am I talking about? The Snow Peak ruins. We have like not take mirror, and that one's awesome. I love that one. The idea of like running around and having to look in the reflection of the ground, and I like that one. And that's as far as me and Twilight Princess. That's as far as me and Devin has recorded. So now I have to really think back. The Temple of Time. Well, I can't even remember the Temple of Time boss, so I guess it wasn't even that important. But I do remember City in the Sky boss, and the temple sucks. I get lost in there all the time, but the boss is awesome. It's like a big freaking medieval dragon. And then there's Zant and Ganondorf, and Zant fight is freaking badass. I love the Zant fight. But Zant's like my favorite Twilight Prince, or my favorite Zelda villain anyway. Like aside from like the main Ganondorf villain, like how sometimes sometimes the Zelda series makes other villains, like Aghanim and like all that stuff. Well, Zant is my favorite kind of alternate villain. Anyway, yeah. After all that deliberation and me not even being able to remember the boss for the Temple of Time, I'm gonna choose the Water Temple boss because it's boring and stupid, and it's really finicky. Like a lot of times there's a formula to the Zelda bosses, but sometimes this one you just kind of gotta be lucky. At least in the first stage, and the second stage is not too bad. It's still kind of, you gotta be lucky, but the first stage is just like, ugh. But anyway, thanks for your question. Next one! The Real Song and Fan asks, what would be the 3 things you would take on to an abandoned island? Also, I want to play some Civ 5 sometime? Sure, we can play some Civ 5 sometime, buddy. We'll do that. Alright, yes. What would be the 3 things you would take on an abandoned island? Probably... if I could... Jeez. Okay, damn, I don't know. I would take... Are we talking about like survival? Like, if I'm gonna just assume that the island already comes equipped with everything I need to like basically survive, so that my 3 things can be like enjoyable things. I'm assuming that's the question that you want me to answer. Because otherwise I'd be like, oh, I want like water, like infinite water. Okay. Alright, so I would like to bring somehow, some way, I would like to bring internet access. I don't know how that would happen. Just like use an animal on a treadmill to create an electrical current and plug in a router, an internet router, in the little the wild hamster driven electrical outlet, and then have internet access. And because I have internet access, I would bring my computer, my laptop, of course. I would have to have another wild animal to plug my laptop into so that I can charge it. And then I would probably bring like a million, billion, jillion pounds of like paper and pencils and just anything in general that I need to create art. Or like a bunch of yarn and a crochet something like that. Because that's basically all I do anyway. I just either like I'm on the internet or I'm drawing or I'm crocheting. So okay, yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard one. Maybe if it were 5 things. Yeah, I think I'd settle with I think I'd settle with the art stuff, because you need far less materials to art than you do to crochet. Especially the stuff that I crochet. Like, you need polyfiberfill, plastic eyes, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, thank you for your question. It's kind of a sad question. I hope that never happens to me. Alright, next question! Is not a question. Okay, this is the next question. The Pharaoh asks, what is your favorite battle theme in Monster Hunter 3 U? First of all, that game's awesome. If you guys don't have it, you should totally get it. I mean, if you already have a Wii U, I'm not saying buy the entire system just for one game, even though that's kind of what I did. My favorite battle theme? Okay. It's not the entire battle theme. And in fact, I think it's the main like Monster Hunter theme that gets introduced within the battle. But you know, like when you're fighting the Genmaran and it goes into the second stage, and he gets close enough to where you can like jab him with the Dragonator, and then all of a sudden this epic music like starts playing. It's just like, oh man, I just stabbed the shit out of this huge monster, and then this epic music, you're just like, oh, I feel so awesome, hell yeah! Yeah, that's the one. In fact, I think that's my ringtone, but whatever. Alright, thanks for your question. That one's awesome. Next question is by the Oddster Dude. What Final Fantasies have you played, and which ones are you playing or thinking of playing? 9 is the only one I've played all the way through. I have played a little bit of 12, and like maybe 2 or 3 hours of 12, not very far at all, because I got lost in Gambits, confused me. And I played quite a bit of 3, like the original 3 well, not the original, but like not the 6-3, but the 3-3 that they came out for on the DS, which I really liked, but I got stuck. I'm in this like lava volcano place right now. No, I think I'm a little bit farther than that. No, I am in that lava volcano place because I have to, you like, it's the place where, like, you are forced to take damage while walking on the hot ground. But, like, you don't take that much damage, so like, you really gotta, like, kind of walk quickly. Yeah, I'm in that spot. And, I keep getting killed by the boss at the end of that little area. So, yep, that's where I am. I'm pretty sure that's where I am. So, yeah, I've played those. Which ones do I want to play? I want to play 6, like, really bad. I have 6, but I'm still trying to debate whether I want to just play it or whether I want to LP it one day. Like, the blind LP. So, yeah, I have 6, and I really want to play it. Oh yeah, and I played like 20 minutes into Final Fantasy 13 and I didn't like it. Anyway, that is, yes, I want to play 6. Obviously, I want to play 7 to see what the big hubbaloo is about. And I also kind of want to play 8. I don't know why, but because a lot of people say they don't like it, but at the same time, it's a lot of people's favorites. That's what a lot of Final Fantasies are like, though. Like, something like, you hear like a lot of bad things about them, and then you also hear a lot of good things about them. Unless it's Final Fantasy VI, then you only hear good things. So I don't know. So then, yes, I guess the one that I really want to play is Final Fantasy VI. Thank you for your question. Oh, and Final Fantasy IX was so badass. I loved that game. Some people were like, it's really great, and then a couple people were like, well, you can't play that one first. It's a reference to all other Final Fantasy games. I'm just like, I don't know. I just found it at the flea market, so we're gonna play it. Anyway, thanks for your question. Next question is from SanTube. SaneTube? I don't know. If you had the chance to make a video game and pick any game company to help you, who would it be and why? Oh, jeez. I don't know. Now I gotta start thinking of, like, video game companies. I don't know. If I wanted to make something, like, crazy, like, off the wall, I'd want to work with, like, I'd want to work with, like, Kojima. No, that'd be awesome. I'm just saying, man. God, so that would be Konami then, right? I'm pretty sure Kojima and Konami, they're like, together. I gotta remember who works with who. God, well, this is kind of a question of just like who's my favorite like developer, I guess. Which I don't know. You know what? God, I don't know. It would probably be something. It would probably be like some sort of Japanese company, like Nintendo or something. I don't know. Just not Capcom. That's all I have to say. Just not Capcom, or some kind of like slick like indie developer or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Probably Konami. If I got a chance to work with like Kojima. Yeah, the Kojima team from Konami. So yeah, yep, that's the one because I want to make some sort of crazy ass game, not just a normal one. So yeah, and they would be the best people for the job. Thank you for your question. Next one is Owlie, and she asks, "Do you have a similar thing?" Wait, what am I doing? Okay, sorry. This is a long question, or a long comment, and the question's at the end. Okay, let me just read the whole thing. Alright, because the question is like referring to what she wrote earlier. When I listen to music, there's usually a tiny little section in a track that I love more than the rest of the song, usually in the bridge. And wish I could just replay over and over, of course. That would result in a song full of just key changes, and that would be dumb. Anyway, do you have a similar thing? And if you do, give me an example! If not, then my question is, what song is most emotional for you? I know what you're talking about, but I can't think specifically of a song, because, like, that's happened to me, where, like, the entire song is kind of like mediocre, but the chorus, usually I get, like, the bridges are cool, but usually I get I get really interested in the chorus of a song, because, like, when songwriters do their thing, a lot of times they focus on a really catchy, awesome chorus, and then the verses are kind of like lackluster a lot of times because they know the importance of a catchy chorus. So usually that's what happens to me. I usually get involved in like a cool chorus, and then like the rest of the song's just kind of like, yeah. Bridges can be interesting, but in my opinion, some of them can be too short to really like be satisfying, I guess. So I think choruses are my thing. Damn, I can't really think of anything right off the top of my head, but I know it's happened to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't have given you that long-ass explanation about choruses. Let's see. I don't know. I can't think of anything right now. So in that case, my answer to your first question is yes, but I can't give you an example at the moment. And then your second question is, what song is most emotional for you? Okay, right now, I've had emotional songs in the past, but, like, right now, it still has to be, the main theme from Civilization 4, because it's so chilling, and actually, Devin burned me a CD, and that was, like, a surprise track at the end, and I was like, oh my god! And I was very happy. And, like, seriously, I'm not even gonna lie to you. This sounds, like, so cliche, but it actually happens. Every time I listen to that song, I'll kind of like look down and I'll see like goosebumps all over my arm. I'm just like, oh my god, how did that happen? Like every single time, cause it just fills me with so much hope and awesome, and it's just a great, awesome song, and I just love it so much. And also, I was curious, so the other day I actually looked up the lyrics to it, and it's actually, I did not know this, but it's actually the Lord's Prayer in Swahili. I mean, I knew it was Swahili, I just didn't know what they were saying. But yeah, it's the Lord's Prayer. It's like Baba Yetu Yetu Liu, I think is. I don't know, but it's yeah, Baba Yetu is like father, our father, or whatever. But yeah, it's the Lord's Prayer, and I think that's kind of neat. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. It's all classic and stuff. It's cool. I like it. Thank you for your question that I could not really answer. Next one is Shadow Demon 792. If you were in an RPG and you could pick 3 characters from any game to join you on your journey, who would they be and why? Damn, that's a good question. Actually, I already know one of them. That would be Frog from Chrono Trigger. Steve, Glenn, whatever you want to call him. Yep, Steve. Most definitely, because he's so badass. And if I wanted to do any cool moves with him, he's like the perfect person, Frog, to do like a cool combo with, because him and Chrono are doing all these crazy combos. Friggin' X Strike, I'm just saying, X Strike, probably my favorite move. It's not the most powerful, but it's definitely my most favorite, because like you can feel that like Chrono and Steve have this like understanding. They're like, yeah, about to kick this guy's ass, and then he go like, phew, and it's cool. I like it. So Steve or Glenn or Frog, whatever you want to call him. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, in my LP I named him Steve, so that's why I'm calling him Steve. Another person from any game. Do they have to be RPGs? I'm gonna stick to RPGs, because if it's anyone, then jeez, I'm gonna. Damn, I don't even know. God. I would probably also pick Man, I don't know. Probably Viola from Eternal Sonata, just because she's got like mad like archery skills. Like I don't know, like her as a character, she's all right. Unfortunately, that game doesn't have the best character development for side characters, which she's a side character. They only really focus on developing the main characters. But so I don't really know much about her character as far as like a backstory or anything, or like how a character can change, or I don't know. They don't really go into that, but she seems like a really cool character. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Freya from Final Fantasy IX because she's kind of got a little bit of sass. Um, but she's not as tragic as Freya is, though. Um, but she's got like ridiculous archery skills, and we all know. I know from Monster Hunter, you need a good gunner for a team. Just saying. So she's the closest thing we got to a gunner. It's an archer, and the cool thing is the farther she is away from the target, the more damage she does. So she could just be like way back, way in the back, and start sniping, and just like one shot kill everyone. She's so cool. I love her. I love playing as her in Eternal Sonata because you can pick which character you want to play as. So yeah, she's awesome. I love her. Third and final. Jeez, I don't know. I already have a powerhouse. That's Steve. I already have a cool archer. Probably Jeff from Earthbound. Because no, because he's also a gunner, so I don't want two gunner. Oh damn, because I wanted like someone cool and like crafty who could like who's like a genius. I wanted like the genius of the group. But he wouldn't be that helpful in battle because we already have a long range fighter of Viola. So in that case, probably uh, what's her name? I named her Katie. Paula. It's Paula, right? From Earthbound. I think it's Paula. I don't know. I named her Katie. Uh, but yeah, because she has mad psychic abilities, and holy crap, that would just be insane. And she could heal us. I would have picked Ness. I mean, he has heal too, but he only has like heal alpha. No, she's got heal beta and gamma and all that shit. And she can pray for us because, like, for God knows we're gonna need that. So yes, I'm pretty sure her name's Paula, but I named her Katie, so I know her as Katie. Anyway, yes, those are my three: Steve, Katie, and Viola. Next question. Thank you. Will you ever get Rock Paper Mario to write a geological fiction and then do a reading of it in a video? God, I want him to! Oh, that question's by the Narbing. I would love him to. I don't know how I would get him to do that, but you should probably talk to him because I feel like that would be a good thing. And yes, if he does, I'll totally get him to read it. Maybe he'll read it in Irish, I don't know. Maybe he'll make me read it in Irish, I don't know either. Anyway, Shiny Josh, thank you for your question. Shiny Joshua asks, have you ever gone to an anime or gaming convention in person? No, but I will be going to PAX in less than a month. It's my first time ever, and I'm so excited. If you guys are there and you want to hang out, then you should tweet me, and we'll be there, and I'll be like, and we can say hi, and I'll give you a hug. So yeah, just tweet at me while I'm there, and I'll tweet like showing like what I'm wearing or something. I don't know. I'll wear some sort of stupid hat. I don't know. And then you can come up to me and be like, hello, and I'll be like, oh my god, who are you? And then you'll tell me who you are, and then I'll be like, hey, how you doing? It'll be great. Alright, but no, I have not, but I'm about to go to my first one, so PAX! Anyway, thanks for your question. Rock Paper Mario asks, what kind of advice would you give Bette Midler to help her embody? Oh my lord. I would say I have a lot of heart, and I have a lot of energy. So just exude loving energy. Just exude it. Just exude it. Don't be afraid to do something silly, because I'm never afraid to do something silly. Alright? Okay, Bet? You hear me, Bet? Alright, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be out there. Because goddammit, I'm pretty out there. Alright, thank you, Harry, for your question. Next one is by Knight. And they ask, if you could live with any family, real or fictional, alive or dead, then who would it be and why? I actually thought about this, and I don't know why. I couldn't figure out a reason why not. I think I would want to live with the Huxtables from the Cosby Show. And I don't know why. I was also thinking about the Addams Family, and I'm like, that'd be cool. But then it'd just be like, okay, maybe it wouldn't, because they're kind of weird, and they like to die constantly, or they like to put themselves in death's way, and I'm just like, I don't really want to be subjected to that. So I thought maybe the Huxtables, because I don't know why, but just like living under the same house with Mr. Huxtable, I think would be really funny, and I don't know. I just like the Huxtables. Yep, them. Thank you for your question. Next is from Mayoello. Mayo, hello. And he asks, how are you liking the Okami soundtrack so far? Does it compare to your favorite video game soundtracks ever? Yeah, well, I mean, I really like it. I mean, so far, it's nothing that, like, really stands out to me. Because the visuals are just so fantastic that I'm just like, all of my effort is, like, looking and not so much listening, if that makes sense. So, like, I mean, if there were something wrong with it, it would stand out to me. So, I mean, it's good, but in my opinion, I haven't found it to be fantastic yet. Maybe I'll come across a part. Maybe I just need to pay more attention. I don't know. But, yeah. I mean, it's good. If it were bad, I would have noticed it. I'm sorry, that's probably not the answer you wanted to hear, but I don't know, it just doesn't stand out to me because, like, I'm so involved with, like, the visual aspect, which is glorious. It's like beautiful. So, yeah. Thanks for the question. Next question is from Yuki. How long have you been surviving for? I'm assuming that's like a creative way to ask how old I am, which that would be, I'd be surviving. I've been surviving for 21 years, and I think I'm on a roll here. So hopefully I'll survive for several more years to come. Thanks for your question. And if that's not what you wanted, then I don't know. All right. Clam-Faced asks, you mentioned that there aren't any rogues in RPGs. While that may be the case in JRPGs, there are plenty in Western RPGs. So this brings my question. Do you play Western RPGs? Dragon Age, Neverwinter Nights, Skyrim. If yes, would you LP one? Why or why not? Oh, excuse me. I don't think I've played any Western RPGs, actually. Pretty sure I've just stuck to JRPGs. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Western RPGs, well, I don't know. I've played Mass Effect. I mean, I guess that's an RPG, right? I don't know. Is Mass Effect? Because some people say it's an RPG, but it's not really classified as, like, a Western RPG as in, like, medieval knights and, like, all that crap. Because from what I can tell, Western RPGs are very focused on, like medieval Europe, whereas, like, that kind of setting. Whereas JRPGs are more, geez, I don't know. Because I guess there are some medieval Europe kind of JRPGs, but they're clearly JRPGs and not Western RPGs. Well, and then I guess another thing that separates JRPGs and Western RPGs is the fact that, like, the battle system is way different. JRPGs are pretty much strictly menu-based, whereas Western RPGs a lot of time are like real time. But then again, there's real time JRPGs. So God, I don't know. Because you have like the Tales of series that's real time, but it's an RPG. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to even differentiate, I guess, Western and JRPGs sometimes. But as far as like, do I play any Western RPGs? Not really. I just haven't really found one that's really caught my eye. I mean, obviously I know Skyrim's fantastic. I tried playing it and I wasn't really sucked into it really. Then again, I just borrowed it. I don't actually own it, so no. I haven't really played any Western RPGs. I pretty much only stick to JRPGs. If there's one that like you really recommend, then maybe I'll check it out. Yeah. Thanks for your question. Next question is from Red Ursy. And they asked, why do you seem to do all of my favorite games? Damn it, Amanda. Why are you so awesome? Well, that's because I can read your mind, and I extract the pertinent video game / LP information that you have with my crazy like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind kind of like machine, and I use it to extract all the glorious information from your brain, and then I act upon the information that I've learned to make me seem really awesome when I'm actually not. So it's all a facade. Why do I do your favorite games? I don't know, because I only LP games that I know are going to be great. Like, when I do a blind LP, I do a little bit of research on, like, I look at, like, not, like, spoiler-free reviews of games before I just go, I think I'll pick this game. Because I don't want to do an LP of a game that's bad. I want to do an LP of a game that's great, so that I know I'll love it. Not only that, but a lot of people really like those games, and then to see someone play through it for the first time is really cool, and yep, that's why LP your favorite games, because they're a lot of people's favorite games. So yes, thank you for your question. Oh, and why am I so awesome? I don't know, maybe you're blind or something, because I'm not awesome. Maybe you're looking at someone else. Alright, thank you for your question. Nick Hamilton asks, despite not having a question, it's definitely a relief just to watch the new videos as they roll. Aww. Thank you. Actually, he does have a question up in the comments a little bit, and he asks, despite helping people through entertainment, how does LPing interfere with your social and or romantic life? What social and or romantic life? That's my question. Actually, I honestly don't really have much of a social life, and I don't have any romantic life at the moment, except for like with myself. But that's something you guys wanted to know. So cause like really the only I have several acquaintances, which I see at school. So I'm at school, so that's when I socialize with them. I only have like 2 really good friends, and that's Devin and my cousin Elizabeth. And me and Devin actually use video games to bond and hang out, and you know we're doing that LP. So like to like how does it interfere? It doesn't really. It gives me a chance to kind of share it with them, and me and Devin are having fun. And after me and Devin have finished Twilight Princess, me and Elizabeth actually have a joint LP planned as well. So yeah, I mean it doesn't interfere at all. They think it's cool and they want to guest commentate and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, me and Elizabeth, watch out for another co-op LP between me and Elizabeth. It's not going to be after Twilight Princess, like right after, but it will be after sometime. So yeah, it doesn't really interfere, really. The only thing, yeah, no, not really. And if it does, then I love you guys, but I put LPing to the side if it really does interfere with things that are going on with my life. I love you guys, and what I do is awesome and fun, but if you gotta set your priorities straight. And I've taken hiatuses before, and you guys are totally cool and understanding about it. No one ever pitches a fit or anything like that. So I know that I can trust you guys to understand that I'm not just like a disembodied voice. I have people that I love and they love me and I would do things for, and I have other responsibilities. And you guys are really great at understanding that. And I have seen some audiences of some people who are just like the worst about that. They're like, well, you're here to entertain us and you're not doing your job and how could you? And it's just like, oh my, this is free entertainment. Free. I'm just saying. So, John said it best. He goes, it's free. I don't owe you anything. So you guys are amazing about that, and I can't thank you enough. So thank you for your question. Next question is oh, first of all, this person, Dr. Hicks PhD, says a couple of things. My dad always says there are only 2 genres of music he doesn't like, country and western. Isn't that like both the same genre? I don't know. If you could explain how they're different, that'd be cool. Second, he says you should make a lottery with all your viewers, and whoever wins gets to do a Skype co-op LP. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I really only do co-op LPs with people that I'm pretty familiar with. I mean, that's not to say that like I'll never do a co-op LP with you, but like I have befriended several viewers. It's not just like LPers. Like friends don't just make friends with LPers. LPers make friends with like. Did I say that wrong? LPers don't make friends. Don't just make friends with other LPers. LPers make friends with just people who are cool and people who want to talk to you and people you find interesting. And you're like, you don't have to be an LPer to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because you're just a viewer. No. That's not how it is. You just hit it off with someone. It doesn't matter who they are, as long as they're cool. But yeah, I have to kind of know a person to really want to do a co-op LP with, because I've done co-commentary with people and I didn't really know them very well, so it was just like, hey. And I've seen co-commentary with people that they don't know each other very well, and it's just a little awkward, and I think that kind of damages the quality of the commentary. So you kind of have to have like a cool kind of give and take sort of thing, you know? Like, you have to be comfortable with talking to each other. So, that wasn't a question even, and I'm going on about it. Now, for their actual question. What are the top 3 items on your bucket list? Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. Top 3 items. One that's kind of cliche, but I totally want to do is I want to go skydiving. I'd do it. I'd probably pee myself, but I'm totally gonna do it. Jeez, I don't know. This is making me think about my own mortality. Skydiving is definitely one. Probably like. Oh, definitely. Being able to like, shake Billy Joel's hand. I want to do that. I almost had the opportunity to about a year ago, and I couldn't. I was so upset, but yeah, I totally want to shake Billy Joel's hand. Which I gotta do that soon because he's getting kind of old. And God, what else? I don't know. Probably like meet. Or at least be in the same room with Shigeru Miyamoto. That'd be cool, right? I don't know. That'd be awesome. Get him to sign something. I don't know. Jeez, mine's all about like meeting people. It's not even about like cool life experiences. Like I want to go to the Grand Canyon. I guess those are some bucket list things. I don't know. I'm scared I'm gonna die. Anyway. And thank you for your question. Last one is linked. Whoa. Oh, he never asks his question. He asks if it's too late to ask his question. And I said, well, and this is what I say. Well, you didn't ask it, so I guess yes, it is too late. So anyway, thank you all for your wonderful questions. I love all of you. You know this. And I apologize again for this taking so long. Like I said, at first it was because I was very busy. I was working a lot, and then it was just because I was lazy, and I was like, it's already late. It can wait one more day. It's already late. It can wait one more day. So yes, I'm a horrible person. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and yeah, be awesome. Bye.